right here. Sorry, you get such a tour of my house when it's really, really hot outside. But I did want to say that it is Friday, July 16th. I'm about to start a new reading blog. I did want to taking a few days off just because I wanted it to, I have so much reading vlogs pre-filmed, so I decided to take a few days off, but I'm back. I did want to finishing a couple of reads in the interim. You guys will see that it was in my wrap-up that I'm going to film this weekend. But I am back. I'm going to sort of try to get as many roles done on my TBR and Beyond Challenge board. It's like a space theme. And the prompt I picked was fantasy. So I'm going to pick up The Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. I also do have Cinderella is Dead, but I'm trying to get better at my NetGalley cues. So this one's I've had for quite a while. And I actually got inundated with NetGalley arcs earlier this week because of a convention I went to in June. We just got them. So I'm going to pick this book up. I don't even know how long it is because I can't tell on my Kindle. But I'm going to try my hardest to make my way through it. I am also I said this I don't know when these are going to come out, if they're going to come out necessarily in order. But because the Olympics pretty much starts next week, my audiobook listening time is about to go way down because I'm going to have a podcast to listen to every single day, and they are super intense because they break down everything. So my goal is to finish my re-listen of the Simone Biles documentary before that point, and also listen to Laurie Hernandez's one because it's the one audio biography that I never got around to listening to. So that is my plan. But I am going to start Poison Heart. Also, YouTube Q update. I have 73 videos left. But that's okay. I'm making my way down. I follow so many creators. And I keep watching Smokey Glow's commentary videos, and it's just so funny that I like those because I literally don't watch YouTube really I don't watch any of the people she talks about, but I just find the drama fascinating. I am a super small channel. I just got 380 subscribers, and it's taken me about 5 years to do that. So I stay out of all the drama. I don't like drama, but I find drama interesting when it's explained to me. Sort of like when I like my true crime videos. So I'm going to read a little bit of The Poison Heart, and I will give you guys an update when I read a couple of chapters. I'm reading it on my e-reader, so it's not going to tell me you are on page whatever, but I am going to read a little bit more, give you guys an update, and it is such a scorching hot day out. I was going to try to go for another bike ride later, but we will see if that happens. But I'll update you guys when I read a little bit more. Bye, friends. Here, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up reading the first 3 chapters in Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. Right off the bat, I am really enjoying this book. I've been on a kick the past month that I've been reading some really unique stories that I've never read before. It's been a couple of reads in a row that have been just really unique. I really am liking this one right off the bat, but you basically follow this character named Bree. She's Breezy, I think is her full name, but she calls herself Bree. And she has she can make flowers grow, which I think is really interesting, and I don't think I've ever really read a story like that before. I think there was one story I read by Anne McLemore a couple of years ago that had that power, if I'm remembering right. It's been a bit since I read that book. But she also has some other things that are sort of involved with her, when she digests poison, it doesn't do anything to her, which reminds me of Three Dark Crowns a little bit. But they live in New York. I love books set in New York. I've always said that. I think it's a great, setting. There's some clear LGBTQ representation in her parents that adopted her. And then there's an estate that I think is going to come into her life. And they're having a lot of money problems with the flower shops right off the bat. But I love her writing style, right off the bat. I just really think it's great. It's very atmospheric, but I love the powers a lot. I love stories about powers. It's always been a thing for me, but she is an African-American main character, and that's something that I've just been craving and devouring recently, stories about other experiences other than mine, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I definitely have to pick up Cinderella's Dead. I have it. I just picked up this one a little bit first, but I'm going to go read a couple of more chapters and maybe go for a bike ride later. I don't know. That's sort of what I want to do, but it is very, very hot out. So I'm going to go read a little bit more. Also, YouTube Q update. I am down to 71 videos, which is pretty good. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. I'm back. It's about 3:05, which is what I was planning on, like, stopping reading for a little bit and kind of doing my evening activities. I have to do a bunch of filming today and all the other things. But I did want to say that I did wind up getting up to I'm up to chapter 7 in The Poison Heart, which means I'm about 22% done. I'm really enjoying this book and actually reading it fairly quickly. I just like her writing style quite a bit. I love books about like older houses with like a mysterious twist. I think her magic, the character's magic is really unique as well. I'm really enjoying it. So I am going to go work out, do some filming, figure out my weekend because it is Friday. I'm going to charge this. I was going to go for another bike ride, but I think it's just too hot and I should probably drink a little bit more water. But I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go work out, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do today in the evening. I definitely have stuff I have to get done because I haven't filmed all week, but I'm going to go work on that. My goal is to make some more progress on my YouTube queue. My goal is to finish it by this weekend, which is a big goal, and I will update you guys when I get back to reading, whenever that is. Bye, friends. It is actually Saturday. Last night I did wind up doing some filming. I watched The Mysterious Benedict Society, which is a TV show that I'm watching on Disney Plus, and I didn't really do anything else. I did wind up filming 2 videos. I did my blog post, I did my Instagram stuff, so I did a lot of like errandy stuff, and it took me pretty much all evening to do. But I am pleased to report that I'm going to spend the whole day reading. So it's another scorcher. It's supposed to be really, really hot, so I'm going to try to get in under the wire and go for a bike ride really early. I'm also going to make some progress on my Simone Biles autobiography. She wrote it a couple years ago. She wrote it right after Rio. And also make some progress on Poison Heart. I didn't wind up reading anything else last night. I just wound up watching The Mysterious Benedict Society. But I'm going to go read both things, and I'll come back and I'll check in with you guys. Bye, friends. It's Lori here. I'm back sitting outside. It's supposed to be a really hot day, so I don't know how long I'm going to last outside, but I am sitting outside. I did want to say that I did wind up reading, I think I have like an hour and a half left of Courage to Soar by Simone Biles. Really liking that. I read that when it first came out, I think probably in 2016 or 2017. I don't remember when that book came out. But I'm really enjoying my reread. I forgot how really unique her journey is, and like if you only watch gymnastics in an Olympic year, it's even if you just like watch gymnastics like every year like I do, you see the amazingness and the awesomeness and how much of a like phenomenal athlete she is still an athlete. She still has good days, she still has bad days. It still took her a long time to get to that point, and I just think we sometimes forget about that as spectators. I also did read 2 chapters of A Poison Heart by Caitlin Barron. It's getting very interesting. I'm very curious like where the story is going to go. The moms are just very, very entertaining as characters, so I really, really like them as side characters. I'm wondering if we're going to fluff out our story a little bit and get a few more side characters, so I'm curious about that. But it's like the perfect book to read on like a hot summer day because they're talking about plants and poison plants, so that's really, really fun. I also do want to I'm also watching one of my YouTube series that was all about like a little farm, so it's actually a good time to read this book. But I'm going to go read a little bit more, and I'll update you guys when I get maybe like a couple more chapters in, so maybe like 5 chapters. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. Just checking back in. It is about 11:17. I did wind up getting up to chapter, again, I have like 4 hours left in this book, but I think I got up to like chapter 13. I'm really enjoying it quite a bit. I've been reading really unique books, and I've really been enjoying that. Sometimes when you read like fantasy or contemporary, the tropes tend to be, and the stories you read tend to be super like the same. So I like that these authors are doing a little bit of different things, and I'm really enjoying them. I definitely like her character a lot. I think the new friends she's making are very, very fun. I've always been a big proponent of, having boys and girls be friends and not more. I think that is just something that we never see in any type of media, so I really do like that. I just really like the house she's in and the magic system. I love her parents. Her 2 moms are so awesome, and I think it's great. They're also having a lot of like political talk. Like I would say it's very like it's like what we talk about, like what I talk about with my parents, but it's like just seamless in a novel, and I really do like that. I think they had a very interesting little chat about policing in the book, which I really enjoyed. But you also see the differences between living in New York City and living in upstate New York, and I know that super well because I went to school upstate New York for like 4 years of my life. It is like night and day difference, and I always will love that part because it's just very, very like isolated, and it's very, very nice, and my school was gorgeous, but differences. So before it like beats down and gets very, very sunny, I'm gonna go run up to town. I also am gonna hopefully make some more progress on my reread of Courage to Soar by Simone Biles. We are getting to the Olympics, and I am a gymnastic enthusiast. I love gymnastics so much. I am still debating if I'm going to go to the tour. It would be in November, so I'm debating if I'm going to do that. But I want to read a few more autobiographies this month, in addition to listening to all of my like gymnastic podcasts, which is going to be a lot. But I'm going to go run to town, maybe go to the library, see if any books come out that I was going to buy. I have some on my little list, but I will talk to you guys when I'm back, and hopefully with an update on my ebook listening. Bye, friends. I'm back. Sorry, I am still sitting in the same spot, but I do want to say that I did wind up finishing Courage to Soar by Simone Biles. I also started listening to Love and Olives by Jenna Evans Welsh. I really am liking that book. Every review I have seen says it's a super slow read, so I do have a physical copy, but I did decide to pick up the audiobook for that one. I really am liking it, but Audible is having this like incredible sale, like $5 for reads. So, and some of them are the ones that Reagan keeps talking about. So, I think I'm going to buy a couple of those. And there is a political memoir that came out this week that I was really intrigued in. But I am going to watch a much longer true crime video. I really have not been craving true crime content, but I do love Danielle Helen as a creator, so I'm going to watch that video. And my goal would be to finish this book today. I have about 4 hours left. Really enjoying it so far. Very, very fun read. Very, very engaging. I'm really liking it. I think it's just like so nice and so fun. Really unique. I love the magic system. I love the small town. I love that they're New Yorkers because I feel that in my soul, especially when I moved upstate for 4 years. So I'm going to watch when I'm done with my true crime video, I'll give you guys an update. It's probably be about in an hour. And right now I'm on chapter 13. But talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. It's about 1:57. I did wind up getting up to chapter 17 in my book. Really enjoying it. It's just, I'm really liking it. It has secret garden elements, which I know is like a weird element, but then it also has like magic elements. The magic elements are deeper. There's also more characters that are being introduced. I love books set in a small town. That is one of my tropes that I really, really enjoy, and I feel like the small town elements, but also they feel a little bit out of sorts because, you know, they're in an upstate in a predominantly white community. But I just really do like the story. I do not want to stop reading, and that's not happened for quite a bit, so I'm really enjoying it. I think there might be a romance developing, which I really am intrigued to keep reading, but I'm really liking the story quite a bit, and I don't want to stop reading. So when I get up to chapter 20, I'll probably give you guys an update, but unless something happens and I want to say before. But overall, really liking this one, and so glad I picked it up. I've heard mixed things about Cinderella is Dead. People said the pacing was a little bit off, but I'm really liking this one quite a bit, and I don't know if every book will be kind of like a companion book or if they're all going to follow the same characters, but I'll definitely investigate that a little bit more. But I'm going to go back to reading and keep watching my booktube videos. I'm up to Bookable's Heather. I think her name's Heather. She's having her second baby soon, so she's filming a lot of content, and I love her. So hopefully I'll add some summer reads to my list this summer as well. But I'm going to go back to reading, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, bye. It's almost 3 o'clock. It's 2:44 to be specific. But I just wind up getting up to chapter 20, 63% done. It looks like it's about to pour. So I might try to sneak in a bike ride. We will see. I probably will get caught in the rain, but it does look like it's about to pour. So we will see. I might have to move inside either way. But I really am liking this book. I don't want to put this book down, and I'm so intrigued by it. It has elements of Secret Garden, but the magic system is really good. It's Black Girl magic for you, and I am loving it. I really enjoyed Legendborn by Tracy Deonn that I read in 2020. I think I read it in 2020. I might have read it in 2019. I can't remember. Or 2020, 2021. I just can't remember. really enjoying it. I also like, the romance was not what I expected at the very start of the story, but I'm really enjoying it, and it does sort of make sense, I would say. There's a lot of mystery stuff, and I'm really, really liking it quite a bit. It's just a very, very fun, fast-paced, engaging read. I've never read Caitlin Barron before, but I immediately want to add more books that I have on my shelf to my TBR, because I've heard incredible things. I mean, I heard mixed things about My Cinderella is Dead, and I've heard nothing about this book, but I really am enjoying it. So maybe I'll like Cinderella is Dead. I don't know, but my goal is to maybe start I Got This by Lori Hernandez, but I would have to buy that. So I'm gonna make that decision, see if I could sneak a bike ride in before it starts to pour, and I'll update you guys when I can, or when I get up to maybe like chapter 24. Bye, friends. Sorry, here, just checking back in. It's almost 5 o'clock. I did wind up getting lunch. I am making my way through my YouTube queue. I have 58 videos left, but my Poison Heart is getting very dramatic. There is getting a lot more like supernaturally and like thrillery as the story goes on, which I'm really enjoying. I got up to chapter 22. There was some gymnastics drama. There was a person that may have tested positive for COVID-19, and I'm very, very concerned now that they're all going to make it to this competition because they just traveled to Tokyo, and oh my goodness. So that's another thing, but that's just, you're going to hear about a lot of gymnastic stuff because that's in my mind. And none of them can get COVID because that would be, and most of them are like 98% of them are vaccinated, which is good. But again, Japanese rates are not as high as ours, and travel is always a concern. So, all right, I'm going to go read to chapter 25, and I'll update you guys when I can. Bye, friends. It's Lori here. I'm here today to do my, is this June? Yeah, my June Owl Crate unboxing. My June Owl Crate was ridiculously late because they had some shipping delays. But this is Go Your Own Way. I don't even know what the book is. I really have no idea what the book is, but we'll get into it. First thing I see, is a lunch tote. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's very nice. I really do like their box lunch, but I may try to also use this in school. But it's really, really cool. That's really nice. I go to work every single day, so I always need things to sort of act as a, and it's like, it has like that, it keeps stuff hot and cold. Ooh, I really like that. Oh, I'm excited for that. That will be great for whenever I go back to work, and maybe I'll like alternate between this and my lunch, because sometimes I don't want to take a big box, which I just get from Owl Crate as well. Next thing I'm seeing is a Reading Through the Seasons. Oh, this is cool. Summer Was a Book of Hope, and this is another really like nice like a mug thing, and I do actually use these on my bike ride, and the one that I got from my Addie LaRue box is getting pretty like old, but this is like won't break, so I can see if this will fit in my we'll see if this will, this is very, very pretty. I will see if that will fit in my bike, but it's also just really nice as a prop for like summer reading summer reading photos. Sorry, my mom wanted to ask me a question. But the next thing I see is my little pin. You can be more than what the stars wish for. And that's like a really, really, it's very, very small, but it's like red. I have to actually go find some of the stuff that I still have in the closet. And one of the things is one of my pin holders. And I also have, I feel like this is probably a mirror. Ooh, a Fable Winder coin. Ooh, that's so pretty. And this is based on Fable. That I'll just probably put on my bookshelf. But that is so cool. So nice, too. I like these coins a lot. They're, like, nice. And I could put those on my bookshelf. Again, I just got new bookshelves if you haven't been following my videos. So, ooh, another packaging. Another... packaging. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited for the book. I just saw it and I don't actually have it, which is nice. And I didn't actually buy it, which is great. Ooh, this is a cool thing. It's a No story truly ends as it's told. I feel like this is also like a bottle opener, but I will double check. But this is like so cool. And again, I can only put this on my bookshelf, but that's great. I will actually look it up, but that's probably a bottle opener. And the book is Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nau. Oh, that's so cool. I actually really wanted this book, and I'm so glad I put off getting it. And it does have a bookmark for Six Crimson Crames by Elizabeth Lim. It has a really nice print. I'll show you guys what the print is, and I'm going to tell you guys what it's from. And then it also has the book, and the box for July is Potions and Poisons, which is great. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited because I did not pick that book up when I was at Barnes & Noble. I've been going to Barnes & Noble a lot, so I was half afraid that I would, like, have the book already, but I don't. Let's see. But yes, we have actually, again, I always say this, I don't work with Owl Crate. I don't have enough followers, honestly, but I just love their product. The Lunch Toad is from Thorn of Glass. The foil art print is from Strange the Dreamer, which I've not read. The Starless Sea, oh yeah, and it is a bottle opener, which is Starless Sea. Oh, and the next installment of our Reading Through the Seasons drinkware is an insulated water bottle. And then Fable Duology and Sisters of a Snake is an action-packed immersive fantasy that will thrill you until the very end. And Icy Design is a ruby bloodstone when denying the glittery plunder Sisters of Snake. That is really, really cool. I'm probably going to toss this this unboxing into my book haul at the end of the month. So that's probably when you guys will see it. It will come out in early August. But thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you guys for my next clip. Bye, friends. A quick update. It's 7:35. I did wind up going for another walk because it's supposed to pour tomorrow. Again, I've been saying this in all my reading vlogs. If you live on Long Island in the summer, you will have scorching hot days and days that pour. Those are the two opposites. But again, I like to be outside because in the winter we really can't do that. But I did go for another walk. I actually listened to like most of my audiobook for I Got This by Laurie Hernandez. It's only 3 hours, so I had a feeling I was going to finish most of it. But again, I just love watching gymnastics, reading gymnastics content, watching gymnastics stuff, because especially for Laurie, her descent to elite gymnastics happened in like a year. And we really only saw her for like one cycle. So I love seeing her journey. I think her journey is really interesting. We're also going to get to see her a lot in Tokyo because she will be on the floor because she got injured after one of the competitions. So she didn't actually make it to Tokyo as a gymnast, but she'll be there with NBC. Really like her. I think she's great. I don't know if she's going to stick around and try to go to Paris, but I would like that. She was the youngest member of the Final Five, so. But I have about an hour left in The Poison Heart. I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. It is about 8 o'clock, well, 7:30, so my goal is to finish this tonight and then sort of pick something to watch. But I really am liking it, like, quite a bit. I really like her writing a lot. I'm very captivated. We have a bigger cast of characters that are getting bigger. We have, like, I have always said this, I love trios of characters, like, in anything a lot. And I see that trope, like, a lot in middle grade. I'm still a Harry Potter fan. Harry, Ron, Hermione. I always look for her like a Harry, Ron, Hermione trope because I love trios of characters a lot. I'm spying that in this story a lot, and I just love the characters like so much. I really like the magic system. It has like a hint of mythology, which if you know anything about me, I'm a big Greek mythology fan. Always have been, always will be. But yeah, so I'm gonna read the end of this, and then I'll check in with you guys and give you guys my thoughts. But so far, this might be another 5-star read for me, and I'm thoroughly, really enjoying that. So I'm going to go finish this read, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. I just finished The Poison Heart. Is that what it's called? The Potion Heart? Oh my god, what's this book called? The Poison Heart? Wow. I'm like shocked. I did not expect that in this book. It definitely went in a way I was not expecting. I devoured this book in like 2 days. I did not want to stop reading. I was so captivated. It definitely went in like a it, as the book went on, it dealt a lot more with like Greek mythology, which I really love. It had some elements I was not expecting. I feel a lot of things, so I really liked it. I think it might be another 5-star read for me. I'm going to take a moment and sort of not read again for the rest of the day. I'm going to charge my Kindle. I'm going to choose my next read. I'm doing my bingo board this weekend and sort of think about what I want to read. I will give you guys an update tomorrow morning. I'm going to pick something to watch. It's almost like 8:30. But wow, that was a good read. Definitely not what I was expecting when I started that. It was a quick read, really engaging. I love the writing style. I'm such a Greek mythology fan, so that was super fun. It was a really engaging read. One of my characters did not go the way I wanted it to go with that person, but other than that, it was a really, really good read, and I definitely will be reading book 2. Easily. I flew through that book, so whenever book 2 comes out, probably next year, I'll probably be trying to get an early copy of it, but very, very good. I'm going to give you guys my more concise thoughts tomorrow morning, but wow, that was a really, really good read, so check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye, friend. Back. I ended the clip so abruptly yesterday because I was astonished by the end of Caitlin Barron's new book. I love that book so much. I think it's definitely going to be a 5-star read for me. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of unexpected twists and turns, a lot of like elements of the story that I was not expecting. It went in a Greek mythology element that I was not predicting, but I really enjoyed. So the next prompt I picked was read an Asian inspired read, and I have so many that I have, but I think I'm gonna pick up Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean, just because I think it's a little bit lighter. And then if my next role is another fantasy, I'll probably pick up 6 Crimson Cranes. But this is, from what I've heard, it's sort of like a Princess Diary meets what was it? What did Alexa Love Book say? It's the movie with Amanda Bynes. I can't think of the name of it. But basically it's about a girl that finds out she's the crown prince of Japan, and it kind of goes from there. But I hope I really enjoy it. It's very, very fun, very, very light. But my goal for today is to finish Thinking Like a Director by Michael Bow. This was my nonfiction read for the first couple of weeks, so I really hope to tackle the rest of this. I'm really, really close to the end. I'm probably not going to read like the last bit of it, but I am going to read a majority of this book. So I'm going to go read this. I'm probably going to put on something mind-numbing as I kind of watch it. But I will update you guys. It's supposed to pour today. I keep saying this in my reading clips. Also, I'm keeping a close eye on the gymnastics women in Tokyo and the gymnastics men in Tokyo, making sure everyone's safe and sound because we are in the middle of a pandemic and I'm worried for them. But yeah, so you'll probably hear some gymnastics update. I don't think it starts until like next week, but they're there and I'm nervous. But yeah, I'm going to go read this. I think I'm going to do a little bit of my Skillshare class. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did wind up finishing I Got This by Lori Hernandez. It was only a 3-hour audiobook. I easily devoured that like between yesterday and today. I did go for a bike ride. I also neglected one gymnastic podcast, so that's what I'm in the middle of listening to when I go for my walk and bike ride later. But I did want to say that I did wind up getting up to page about 60 in Tokyo Ever After by Emiko Jean. This is definitely like, I cannot remember the name of the girl. It's the one with Amanda Bynes. When Amanda Bynes goes to like England to find her father, What a Girl Wants, I think is called. This reminds me a lot of that, but also a lot of the Princess Diaries. But basically you have this girl named Azumi, and her mom has always been very tight-lipped about her dad. But one day, when they find something from her father, it's revealed to her that she's a Japanese princess. Like literally, she's like literally like a princess in Japan. So her dad finds out, and her dad wants to meet her, so she goes to Japan. That's all I've got so far. We have encountered a bodyguard, which I'm sure is going to be a big part of this book. But there's also like, it reminds me a little bit of the Royals, because they have like little like magazine clippings that sort of like talk about how the world sees Azumi, which I really am liking. So yeah, the first one starts off in like April, and the rest of the book is in like March, so I'm sure like something happens at the end, which is giving you like a warning. But I'm really liking it so far. I think they're having a lot of conversations about like being in America and not always feeling like you are Asian enough, which is something I've heard a lot in my current read. So I'm really liking this one. As we get on, I'm sure, and also like it's blurred by Captain McGee, who wrote American Royals, which is another one that I really, really enjoyed, and American Panda, who did have a lot of like other elements that I'm sure will pop up in this. But I'm really excited to keep reading, and I will update you guys when I get up to page about 100. Bye, friends. Here it's about 2:13. I did wind up reading the first 100 pages of Tokyo Ever After. It's definitely getting interesting because like she's definitely in an environment that she's not familiar with, and she's very much on the outside of the story, and I think it's sort of even more interesting for this main character because she really doesn't know anything about this world that she's sort of being exposed to. But I did like that she kind of got exposed to her extended family. I think that's really interesting, and she is having a relationship with other people. And I hope that we get to learn more about Tokyo. I'm filming this when the Tokyo Games are occurring, so I'm trying to read a few more Tokyo and Asian themed books that are set in Tokyo in the next couple of days, but really liking it. Definitely reminds me a lot of like American Royals and What a Girl Wants and Princess Diaries, because I do like a princess myth. I like a princess myth. Like that's one of my favorite like contemporary tropes. Finding out you're a princess. I blame Princess Diaries, but I really do like it, so I'm gonna read a little bit more. And there is the potentiality for a very unique romance, which I've read before, but it's one of my favorite tropes. So as we get there, I will definitely talk more about it. But yeah, I'm gonna probably read to about 100 more pages, and then or at least till 3 o'clock. I'll probably read, and then I'll give you guys an update because I'm probably gonna go for another bike ride. I am going to the city tomorrow with my friend Sarah. We haven't really hung out since the pandemic. We hung out once, but we're gonna go by ourselves, which will be nice. So I get to go see her, and we get to do some shopping, which always happens when we're together. So I'm gonna go for a bike ride and then sort of figure out my week, which, I was able to finish one of my nonfiction reads, so I'm just gonna figure out what else I want to do this week. And gymnastics will start at some point this week, so. But I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, friends. Here, sorry, I got a little distracted last night and I never wound up updating, but I did wind up going to the city today with a friend of mine. I did a bunch of book shopping, which I probably shouldn't have done, but alas, not the worst thing in the world. But I did wind up finishing Tokyo Ever After by Yamiku Jean. I actually thought this book was really, really fun. It is definitely like Princess Diaries meets What a Girl Wants meets sort of had Parent Trap elements to it as well, especially like the last 30 minutes, not 30 minutes, but like the last couple of chapters reminded me a little bit of the Parent Trap. I really like this book. I thought it was great. I really picked it up because of the Tokyo connection, because we're in the middle of the Olympics and I wanted to have a read, and I just really liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought there was a lot of conversation about the culture of Japan, and how Japanese American, especially people that are raised in America, don't feel like they're really Japanese. So that was a really interesting path for the story. Apparently we're getting a sequel, which I am all here for. There was some elements at the end that I didn't necessarily predict, and there was some pacing things in here that was like super quick pacing that I think could have been fleshed out a little bit more. But I really did like it. Also in this reading vlog, I finished reading 2 audiobooks. Courage to Soar by Simone Biles, which was her first autobiography that she wrote right after Rio, and I got this by Lori Hernandez, the autobiography she wrote directly after Rio as well. And I also read This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron, which I loved, gave 5 stars. I would say this is probably a 3-star read, and the audiobooks were probably 4 stars. I really did enjoy them. They were great. The only thing that would have made them a little bit better is if the Simone would have read it or Lori would have read it, but that didn't happen. With Allie's, she read a little bit of it, but so I'm gonna go. It's Monday. I normally start my reading vlogs on Sunday, but I got a little bit distracted last night. So I'm gonna go choose my next read, probably go for a bike ride, because I haven't done that today because I was in the city all day, and just figure out what I'm in the mood to read. And I'll probably talk about that in my next reading vlog because I'm feeling a little bit indecisive. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, or for my next reading vlog. Let me know in the comments what are some books you have been currently reading, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, friends.